All right, this is a suggestion via a channel member. Let's go and jump to the video immediately.
Donald Trump, you are known for your terrible haircut, and now I can see why. Your hair sucks. You look like Justin Bieber caught on fire.
What's the difference between a wet raccoon and Donald J. Trump's hair?
No, I don't know.
A wet raccoon doesn't have $7 billion fucking dollars in the bank.
Oh, well, I mean, listen. Yeah. I mean, just yeah, there's nothing really there's no argument here. I mean, yeah, you can make fun of the man's hair, but I mean, his bank account says otherwise. I mean, but all right.
Happens when you try to mess with America's greatest president. You get owned by Trump's confidence and charisma. That's why the woke crowd can't stand him. He always claps back with something sharp and on point. So let's check out some of the best moments where Trump put woke culture or disrespectful reporters in their place.
All right, let's do it.
First up, he breaks down why guys shouldn't be competing in women's sports.
Or the weightlifter, I think it was like 218 pounds. I know that's a lot. I can't lift it.
Nah.
I don't know who can. Any of our ex-Trump people, they're all Trump people. Kevin's saying he can lift it.
I mean,
I don't know about that, Kevin, but that's a lot. 218 pounds, and she got over that weight, and she was
for a woman.
break it. They put a half an ounce here, half little tiny ring on top of these big barbells, dumbbells. And they go, and she went like this, and she got it break. Stood for 11 years.
Not the sound effects.
And her mother and father are screaming, "You got it! You got it, darling. I'm so proud of my girl."
Right.
Well,
A military
she
press?
couldn't do it.
No, that's even easier, guys.
And then this guy comes along.
Okay.
He's named Alice. And he looks at the weight.
Right.
World record, world record.
Yeah, guys.
We could have put another couple of 100 pounds on. I think he would have lifted her.
I mean, bro, I start at 225.
It's so disrespectful to women.
It is.
And they say it's politically incorrect. It's so disrespectful.
It's wild.
It's wild to think some people actually hate this guy. But you know what's even crazier? The fact that men can still compete against women. Now that Trump's back in office, I'm sure he's gonna handle that.
One of the loopholes he took advantage of when he claimed $1 billion loss that enabled him to avoid paying taxes.
Did you use that $916 million loss to avoid paying personal federal income taxes?
Absolutely.
Of course I do. And so do all of her donors, or most of her donors. I know many of her donors. I pay tremendous numbers of taxes. I absolutely used it, and so did Warren Buffett, and so did George Soros,
and everyone.
So did many of the other people that Hillary is getting money from. She complains that Donald Trump took advantage of the tax code. Why didn't she change it? Why didn't you change
the tax
it
code?
when you were senator?
Oh,
the reason
you
you didn't is that all your friends take the same advantage that I do. And I do. You have provisions in the tax code that frankly we could change, but you wouldn't change it because all of these people give you the money so you can take negative ads on Donald Trump.
It's just awfully good that someone with the temperament of Donald Trump is not in charge of the law in our country.
Okay, whatever. Listen, here's the thing. Exactly what Donald Trump said is exactly how, for the most part, anyone who's running like an S corp specifically, like the ones who have evolved past the point of just running a common typical LLC, they've decided that, you know what, hold on. I want to take advantage. I want to take the same advantage that Coca-Cola does, or all these billionaires do. Okay, let me go ahead and evolve my company, let's say, into an S corp, and then of course you're going to write everything off and say you made nothing. Absolutely. Like your company, your S corp is going to start paying for every single one of the things in your life that you utilize. Period. It's just going to. All right, and obviously you're not supposed to do that so hard, right? But everyone does. Unfortunately, not everyone. I don't do this. Don't come at me. But what I'm saying here is that if you want to pay less taxes, it's really easy to pay less taxes. And the people with money, like the real money, right, know exactly how to utilize that system. So in fact, her donors and her, okay, and a lot of other people who say one thing but do the exact opposite are all taking advantage of it. Absolutely.
You'd be in jail.
Like Trump said himself, if Hillary hates the tax code so much, why didn't she fix it when she was a senator? Honestly, that's just straight up pathetic.
Illegal immigrants.
Then she'd have to pay more taxes.
Tremendous crime. Tremendous.
Immigrants commit less crime than U.S.-born citizens.
Illegal immigrants. I'm talking about illegal immigrants. I'm not talking about immigrants. I'm talking about illegal immigrants.
They don't like that caveat.
We're all immigrants.
They don't like
Your
that caveat.
research says that there are, for immigrants on the whole,
Come on, try getting it out.
Illegal
immigrants.
I'll get it out.
I mean, I don't know if you can put this on television, but you don't even know what you're talking about. Try getting it out. Go ahead. You're a very naive person.
If they want to go toe-to-toe with Trump in a debate, at least show up with some legit questions they've actually looked into. Honestly, so cringe.
Guys, it's like a two-part answer, right? I mean, illegal immigrants. So, for example, the fact that you're here in the first place illegally means that you're committing a crime. But secondly, we all do know here, if you disregard the first one, not saying that we should, just understand this here. If you disregard the first crime of breaking into the country and lying on your asylum claim, right, then they're not going to commit another crime. They don't want to get caught, right? But now there's a small percentage of the people that will commit a secondary and tertiary offense. In fact, there's like a small group, and those guys that are doing that stuff are wild. They're wild. It's wild stuff, guys, right? But again, the first act is illegal, so by default.
You have told 4 congresswomen of color who were American citizens to go back to where they came from. You have used words like animal and rabbit to describe black district attorneys. You've attacked black journalists, calling them a loser, saying the questions that they ask are, quote, stupid and racist. You've had dinner with a white supremacist at your Mar-a-Lago resort. So my question, sir, now that you are asking black supporters to vote for you, why should black voters trust you after you have used language like that?
Look at that framing.
First of all, I don't think I've ever been asked a question so in such a horrible manner. First question.
The framing is wild.
You don't even say, hello, how are you? Are you with ABC? Because I think they're a fake news network, a terrible network. And I think it's disgraceful that I came here in good spirit. I love the black population of this country. I've done so much for the black population of this country, including employment, including opportunity zones with Senator Tim Scott of South Carolina, which is one of the greatest programs ever for black workers and black entrepreneurs. I've done so much, and and I say this, historically, black colleges and universities were out of money. They were stone cold broke, and I saved them, and I gave them long-term financing, and nobody else was doing it. I think it's a very rude introduction. I don't know exactly why you would do something like that. And let me go a step further. I was invited here, and I was told my opponent, whether it was Biden or Kamala, I was told my opponent was going to be here. It turned out my opponent isn't here. You invited me under false pretense. And then you said, you can't do it with Zoom. Well, where's Zoom? She's going to do it with Zoom, and she's not coming. And then you were half an hour late, just so we understand. I have too much respect for you to be late. They couldn't get their equipment working or something was
Mr.
wrong.
President, I would love if you can answer the question on your rhetoric and why you believe
have
that
answered
black
the
voters
question.
can trust you with another 4
I have
years.
been the best president for the black population since Abraham Lincoln. That's my answer.
It's honestly crazy how almost all the media is so biased against Trump. Like, I don't get it. If anyone knows why, drop it in the comments.
I mean, bro, I think it's pretty obvious. You have a white man saying something. Okay. Understand the type of people that are generally just like up in arms for the most part here. These are the people that are just massively like race obsessed. Oh, my mic's not even near me. Either way, these are the people that are like massively race obsessed. You're looking at the minutia of things. How about we look at the totality, let's say, all right? Democrats specifically know they have to do nothing for black Americans. They know they have to do nothing to ever fix a single thing, keep the cities terrible, trashy, right? And just keep them just like that. Why? We're not going to fix anything. Why? They're going to vote for us no matter what. They have to do nothing for black Americans' votes, guys. Nothing. Not a single thing. Okay. Versus Trump, that's generally the opposite here, guys, right? He has to. But I think modern day Democrat Party, most black Americans that I encounter on like a day-to-day basis or speak to, I can tell you this right now, they will internally say the exact opposite of whatever the Democrats are pushing. Think of any single talking point they have. Black Americans, specifically men, men are going to say the exact opposite, right? And a lot of Black American men just vote with the women. That's about it. That's just what it is. The Black American women are going to vote like the other women on earth, guys. It is what it is here, generally, large scale. They're going to find some cause to back that makes them feel good emotionally, and then they're just going to dive headfirst into it. That's kind of the vibe I get here. But again, many of the Black American men that I encounter, they say they espouse almost nothing but conservative talking points. Period. On like every single one of the issues. Name the issue, and it's not what the Democrats are pushing. All right. But they seem to vote with whatever the women want. But all right.
Even with all the good stuff he does, they're always digging up some random dumb thing from his past to complain about.
Left-wing gender insanity being pushed on our children is an act of child abuse. Very simple. Here's my plan to stop the chemical, physical, and emotional mutilation of our youth. On day one, I will revoke Joe Biden's cruel policies on so-called gender-affirming care. Ridiculous. A process that includes giving kids puberty blockers, mutating their physical appearance, and ultimately performing surgery on minor children. Can you believe this?
This is the guy the media loves to trash. He's out here trying to protect kids from stuff that could seriously mess up their future. But the media still acts like he's the bad guy. It's just nuts.
Yep.
Are you ready for some tough questions?
You're going to be fair.
I'm going to be fair.
Just be fair.
But you're okay with some tough questions?
No, I'm not.
You're not okay with tough
I want him
questions?
to be fair. You don't ask Biden tough questions.
I didn't want to have this kind of angry. No, I didn't. No, I didn't.
Well, then you brought up a lot of subjects that
Well, I said
were
I'm going to ask you
inappropriately brought
tough
up.
questions.
They were inappropriately brought up right from the beginning. No, your first question was, this is going to be tough questions.
Why?
You don't ask Joe Biden. I saw your interview with Joe in 60 Minutes. I see Joe Biden giving softball after softball. I've seen all of his interviews. He's never been asked a question that's hard.
Okay, but forget him for a minute.
No, but you
you're
start
president.
with me.
You're president. And
Excuse me, Leslie, you started with me. Your first statement was, are you ready for tough questions?
Are you?
That's no way to talk. There's no way to talk. I think we have enough of an interview here, Hope. Okay, that's enough. Let's go.
Why do you keep calling this the Chinese virus? There are reports of dozens of incidents of bias against Chinese Americans in this country. Your own aide, Secretary Azar, says he does not use this term. He says ethnicity does not cause the virus. Why do you keep using this? A lot of people say it's racist.
It's not racist at all. No, not at all. It comes from China. That's why. It comes from China. I want to be accurate. Yeah, please, John. Please. I have great love.
Sounds like logic in the context of this.
From our country, but as you know, China tried to say at one point, maybe they stopped now, that it was caused by American soldiers. That can't happen. It's not going to happen. Not as long as I'm president.
Yeah, but it's okay that they say, it's okay that anyone else says anything about the United States of America because they can't do anything. China can do a lot, actually, right? But because generally when people speak about America, they're coming from weaker countries in general. Versus the United States of America, we can't say anything because we're the big bad guys with all the guns and the military and the Navy, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Right? People like... how about this here? People do not like people who punch down, basically. All right, they only like people who punch up. That's why it's okay when all these foreign, minuscule, militarily irrelevant places have a lot to say about the United States of America, guys. Right? Take everything with a grain of salt.
It comes from China.
Yeah, just like they called it the Spanish flu, the Chinese virus is going to be called the Chinese virus. It's that simple.
Overall, South Korea has done 5 times more tests than the U.S. per capita. Why is that?
I don't think that's true.
That is true.
Who are you with?
Yahoo News.
Do you want to respond to that if you have the numbers?
South Korea's testing was 11 per 100,000, and we're at 17 per 100,000.
All right. Are you going to apologize, Yahoo? That's why you're Yahoo. Nobody knows who that is.
Yeah, you know it's bad when they have to use fake data just to go after Trump. But of course, Trump and his team came through with the real numbers to shut it down. What you earn comes from the value of your work. It's not about your gender. If you're vibing with this, check out more videos on screen, and I'll see you in the next one.
All right, guys, let's go ahead and end that out there. Guys, yeah, listen, this Trump has been like probably one of the more entertaining presidents probably in our history. Not saying that specifically president. I would say Obama was also very entertaining. Also, Trump and Obama have been entertaining because Obama was everywhere, just like talking and dancing and things like that. It was definitely interesting. Joe Biden is boring. He was a very boring president. I think Bush was moderately interesting also, I guess, in terms of like interesting, right? But I do think that Trump, without a doubt, is the media president. He understands how to kind of, deliver. That makes any sense, right? For the people. He knows how to get the clips. He says all the things that people are like, is that a president? Like, it's hilarious, guys, truth be told. But all right, listen, you guys all have an absolutely amazing day. Enjoy your day thoroughly. If you guys are new here, please like and subscribe. And in the meantime, I'll catch you guys later.